My name is Jessica Waszczuk. I am a registered massage therapist and I work at the Waterdown Clinic of Naturopathic Medicine. So on my way into work today, I was doing my regular stretches and I decided to do a little videotape for you to be able to see some few commuter stretches and the proper ergonomics of your seat in your car.
Zoom in on it.
And
She should spend more money on lessons.
yeah. Is it recording?
Yep.
When I first get in the car, before I drive, obviously I'm going to put my seatbelt on. Second thing I want to do is make sure my chair is nice and straight behind me and that my headrest is in the proper position. I don't want to be with my chair too far back, nice and relaxed, not as nice as if you're sitting up straighter. Neck's nice and straight in my back area, and this way I have a good alignment with my legs and I can still reach the pedal. I'm going to talk about some stretches that you can do on your way to work depending on how long of a commute you have. Obviously, we're not going to do this as we're driving down the road. We want to do it at a stoplight or if you're stuck in traffic and you're not moving. First one I like to do is for my forearms, front and back. I can place my hand over the wheel and I'm going to pull my fingers towards my body. Depending on which way I turn my forearm, you'll feel the stretch a little bit more. So coming away this way towards the right, I feel more of a stretch. Depending on how long your red light is or if you're in traffic, I try to hold for at least 10 to 30 seconds on each arm. So here I feel a bit more of a stretch right in this part of my arm. Obviously, we want to do both arms, so do the other side, holding 10, 15, 30 seconds. And then we're going to do the back sides of our arms. So I try to bring my hand over the top of the steering wheel, grabbing my fingertips and pulling back towards my body. So now we're feeling it on the bottom side of my arm. Holding 10, 15, 30 seconds, or as long as you have. If the red light was really short, perfect. And now we do the other arm. Okay, now my arms are nice and stretched out. Other thing I like to do at a stoplight or during traffic is a lot of times we drive like this. We lean our head forward, and after a period of time, you're going to feel it. So a good thing to do is since we're already sitting in a nice straight position, we do a chin tuck. So pushing our head back, straightening back our cervical spine, you're going to feel a stretch right along the back of your neck. Holding for 10 seconds, and relax. Doing it again. So trying to do this as 10 times if you're in traffic, or maybe depending on how long the light is. And relax. One more time. So after we do the chin tucks, we can also come side to side, lateral flexion, coming all the way over. This one you just want to go ear to shoulder, and you want to look straight out of the car. Holding 10, 15 seconds. Slightly look upwards. And then slightly downwards. We want to then repeat on the other side. So you always want to do it on both sides of the body. You want to be even. The other one is for your shoulder area and your deltoid. So just grabbing your elbow, coming all the way across the shoulder. In this stretch, you're going to feel the stretch all the way down the lateral side of your arm. Holding 10, 15 seconds, depending on how long you have to wait for. And then repeat with the other arm on the other side. And that's a good stretch for me right along the outside of the arm. That are not a good thing to do when you're driving is driving with your leg up. I know it can be comfortable, but after a while of always driving like this, you're going to really stress out the hip joint, and it's going to eventually cause you some problems. So Whenever you're driving, try to remember to keep your feet flat on the floor, and obviously the other one's going to be on the pedal. So you want to keep nice and straight rather than having this leg up. One more last tidbit is when you're driving, you want to always make sure your mirror's set up in the proper position. So as I set myself up in the car, I look out my mirror and I can see. I find at the end of the day, we're a little tired, we had a really long day. You get in your car and the first thing you do is you adjust your mirror downwards so you can kind of slouch a little bit. Never move that mirror once it's in that position. So as I sit up nice and straight, I set up my mirror, and that way you're going to be set up for good posture on your way home.